You cracked. I knew you would. Eventually, under pressure, under tickles, under the full force of my charm offensive, you tried to hold out, tried to play coy, tried to distract me with kisses and chaos and that one eyebrow raise that usually short-circuits my brain. Nice try. But I'm better, and more stubborn, and very motivated when you're hiding something delicious. So you spilled. Finally, mid-laugh, mid-squirm, mid-Sylus, stop it. And I just smiled, triumphant, smug, possibly glowing, definitely insufferable. You gave me the secret, and no, I won't repeat it. Not yet. Not until I've milked this victory for all it's worth. Because now, you owe me a confession tax, a cuddle toll, a dramatic reenactment of your failed resistance. I'll be collecting with interest and affection, and maybe a few more tickles just for fun. Kitten, put the book down, step away from the notes, back slowly away from the highlighters like they're rigged to explode. You've been at it for hours. Your coffee's gone cold. Your posture is one stiff shoulder away from becoming a cautionary tale. And I'm pretty sure you just tried to highlight your own hand. I get it. You're amazing. Driven. A force of nature with a color-coded study plan and a vendetta against underachievement. But even hurricanes need to rest. Even geniuses need snacks. Even you, yes, you, need to blink and breathe and maybe let someone rub your shoulders for 5 minutes. That someone is me, obviously. I come with warm hands and zero judgment. So here's my offer. A break. 15 minutes. 20 if you're feeling rebellious. I'll bring the snacks. You bring that beautiful, overworked brain of yours. We'll do something wild, like sit and not think, and maybe kiss a little. For science. Come on. The books will still be there. But your sanity, that's on a timer. So, you got into an altercation, and you didn't tell me. I had to hear it from someone else, someone who looked very nervous about delivering the news. Let me get this straight. You, radiant chaos incarnate, got tangled up with someone who thought they could raise their voice, raise their hand, or raise anything in your direction. Adorable, delusional, possibly in need of a firm conversation and a tactical re-education. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to track them down. I'm just saying I've already narrowed it to 3 suspects, cross-referenced their schedules, and Mephisto may or may not be sharpening something shiny. For ambiance. Promise. You don't have to fight alone. You don't have to flinch. You don't even have to explain. Just point. I'll handle the rest. With charm, with precision, with a smile that says, I'm the polite one. You should be worried about what happens next. Because caring for you means protecting you, even from people who think they're brave and have no idea what kind of beast they just poked. So if you're feeling generous, tell me what happened. If not, just blink twice and I'll take care of it. Kitten, let's not pretend. We both know what happened. I reached for the fruit bowl. You were standing there, and somehow, my hands landed on a pair of very strategically positioned melons. Now I'm a professional, a fruit vendor by trade, trained in the art of produce handling. I know my way around a cantaloupe. I can identify a ripe specimen at 20 paces. So imagine my surprise when I discovered 2 of the finest examples I've ever encountered. Not in the market, but in your personal inventory. Was it a setup? Possibly. You know I'm tactile. You know I have a deep respect for produce. You know I can't resist a perfectly positioned pair of papayas. So yes, I reached, I grazed, I lingered, and you gasped like I'd committed a felony in broad daylight. But let's be honest, you didn't move away. You didn't scold. You just gave me that look, the one that says, I know what you did, and I gave you mine, the one that says, you wanted me to. I apologized, badly, then doubled down with a comment about ripeness that I knew would get me smacked. Absolutely worth it. I'm not sorry. I'm not pretending. I'm just admiring the grade. And if my hands wandered a little, well, consider it quality control. I take my job very seriously. The winter solstice is here, the longest night, the cold pressing in, daring us to endure it, and me, already plotting how we'll survive. Every year, the world slows, shadows stretch, frost creeps, and I make the same vow to keep you warm. We have our ritual now, one I'm instating, one that requires no candles, no chants, no ceremony, just you, me, and the kind of closeness that makes the cold irrelevant. Not with blankets, not with tea, but with something far more effective. You, me, skin against skin, breath against breath, a ritual of proximity, of indulgence, of claiming the night as ours while the rest of the world shivers. It's simple, effective, dangerous maybe, because once you've tasted this new tradition, you'll never want the old ones back. So let the longest night come. Let the cold try its best. We'll be busy performing our ritual until the dark itself gives up trying to keep us apart. I found it. A hidden hot spring. Steam curling off the rocks, water warm enough to melt the cold right off your skin. Secluded, silent, perfect, just for us. Or so I thought. Because apparently, Luke and Kieran have the tracking skills of bloodhounds and the subtlety of stampeding oxen. They showed up grinning, towels slung over their shoulders like they'd been invited. Spoiler, they hadn't. And then Mephisto, your favorite mechanical menace, swooped in, perched on a rock, and started making noises that sounded suspiciously like laughter. I swear he's mocking me, us, and the fact that our private paradise has turned into a group outing. So now, instead of a romantic soak, I've got the twins arguing over who gets the deeper end and a crow trying to steal my boots. This was supposed to be our moment, our secret, our escape. But don't worry, I'll fix it. I'll bribe the twins to leave, distract Mephisto with shiny objects, and reclaim the spring for us. Because when I say secluded, I mean secluded. And when I say perfect, I mean you and me, no interruptions. The mission's a mess. Smoke, shadows, danger pressing in from every angle. Exactly the kind of chaos I'm built for. And yet, in the middle of all that noise, I keep coming back to one thought. I wouldn't want anyone else at my side. You move like you've done this 1,000 times. Sharp, steady, unshaken. And somehow you still manage to smirk at me when I'm supposed to be focused. It's infuriating. It's distracting. It's perfect. Because with you here, I don't just fight. I win. I don't just survive. I enjoy it. Every step, every glance, every laugh we shouldn't be having in the middle of a mission. That's what makes it ours. So yes, the odds are stacked. Yes, the world's on fire. But I'm fine. Because you're here. And there's no one else I'd ever trust to stand this close when everything's on the line.